Hello and welcome to today's session on Microsoft 365 Microsoft EXP. In this session, I will show you how to get started with Viva Connect. We will go through the steps of having a communication site, using PowerShell to make it a home site, configure the SharePoint app bar, also known as global navigation, to the site navigation. We will provision the Microsoft Teams application and apply a policy to have it shown for every user by default. For more information about Viva Connections, see the Techcommunity forum. Here you can find the PowerShell script that will be required to create the Microsoft Teams application. The links will be shared in the description below. Click on the link to download the Viva Connections PowerShell script, and we will proceed by diving into the code. Let us quickly go through the script. At the third line, we install the latest version of the SharePoint PowerShell module to this date. This is optional, but always recommended to have the latest version. The reason that is to use the commandlet get SharePoint Online is communication site, and that will give you a Boolean result if your site is a communication site. Continuing further, we have the search information that will be used later on when provisioning the Teams application. From the row 39 and down, the information is very straightforward with very good descriptions. Properties are gathered from user input and used later on when creating the Microsoft Teams application. Let us take a few steps back. We first need to see if our communication site is a home site and also configure the SharePoint app bar. In this tutorial, I will be using PnP PowerShell module. Please take note that you cannot use this module if you still have SharePoint PnP PowerShell online. The first commandlet grants access to the tenant for the PnP Management Shell multi-tenant Azure Active Directory application, which simplifies the use of OAuth-based access for PnP PowerShell when using credentials to authenticate. Connect PnP Online is used to authenticate to the tenant and will use the property interactive. This is supported when we have registered PnP Management Shell access. Lastly, we use get PnP home site to see if we have a home site configured. Let us switch the position of the PnP PowerShell commandlet to the top. We proceed with running the first commandlet. Copy the value returned and paste it on your preferred browser. This is to approve permission requests for PnP PowerShell and will therefore simplify your authentication. We connect and then run the commandlet get PnP home site to see if we have an existing home site. As we can see, I retrieved the path of my root site as the tenant home site. To apply a home site to your communication site, use the commandlet set PnP home site and specify the URL. The SharePoint app bar should now be visible. You can also see that your communication site is a home site based on the highlighted site information on the news web part. Click on Settings and you should now see Global Navigation. Make sure that it is enabled and then choose to show navigation based on your home site or hub site. The SharePoint home site is the default value if nothing is configured. It is time to run the rest of the script. I will make some small adjustments to simplify the flow. However, I will need to authenticate twice because we're using Connect PnP Online and Connect SPO service. Make sure to have two logos or icons ready for the application. One is 192 pixels and the other is 32. I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial so far. You can find me in the tech community for SharePoint Online, where I do videos based on requests. If you have any requests of your own, please write it in the comments below. And with that said, you're ready to go.